Well, new at noon, Lubbock Meals on Wheels is dealing with some costly damage after someone vandalized their building. The nonprofit says it happened between 3:30 and 4 on Sunday morning. A large front window was shattered. Another window and some metal siding were also damaged. LPD officers responded when the security system actually went off. Other buildings along 34th Street were hit as well. Meals on Wheels, though not a government-funded or a United Way agency, so they're saying that repair costs are putting a strain on an already limited budget. Anyone with information about that vandalism or who may have done it should call the Lubbock police.